Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of the Old Timers' Tales. Here in this series, the old-timer Jayanta Kr Nath would introduce you to amazing tales from all across the globe belonging to diverse genres. All these stories are a part of an anthology, the book titled Contemporary Global Fiction. These stories have been wonderfully compiled and edited by Dr Susminder Jeet Kaur. The book has been published by Penprints India Limited, Kolkata. Today the story we would listen to is Humanity, written by Dr. Vinod Kumar Chopra. Vinod Kumar Chopra is a PhD. He is serving as principal school in the Department of Higher Education. He is also an honorary faculty at Career Point University, Kota, Rajasthan. He earned his PhD from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, in 2002 on Community, Communalism and Gender, a study of short stories on the partition. He is an independent researcher. He has published several research papers in national and international literary journals. He has also presented several research papers on literature and education in national and international seminars. Well, if you love these kinds of stories, please press the like button on the screen and subscribe to the channel for more of these tales. So let's start.
Humanity. Vinod Kumar Chopra. He was talking to father, both suffering from poverty, talked nothing else than their struggle in life. I often noticed them conversing over one or the other issue. Father would offer him tea at regular intervals, free of course. Whenever some customer came and ordered for a cup of tea, he would also get a cup of tea along with the customer. Mother would often object, saying, "This is not good, one cup is enough." But so many cups repeatedly, and at that, free of cost, is not good. After all, we too have children. How will they survive if you go on like this in your spree of charity? Father didn't want to comment on all this. He would listen. He would just say, "Who am I to help my children survive? God is looking after everyone. He will see to everything. Besides, Keshu is not a parasite. He offers his help in petty errands in our shop. He peels potatoes and onions, chops them, brings wood for fuel and so on." I know why father retorted like that. One day, I, innocence lurking in my eyes, asked father, "Have we been poor like this from the beginning?" He took a deep sigh and narrated to me his story in a very gloomy and pensive mood. Sadness sulked his face as he continued. Both of us were in bed. He often told me stories before going to bed, but the story he was about to narrate made him sad and somber. I don't know why. Do you know better? I was not as poor as you think I am today. I had a big shop. I had to pay taxes. During those days, CST number was a dream every shopkeeper wanted to have. However, I was the one with that number. Nonetheless, I just nodded my head approvingly, as I knew nothing about CST number. During those days, the shopkeepers would order merchandise from Hoshiarpur. Supplies would come on ponies. He then explained how our family got impoverished. I several times entrusted your uncle to deposit the money I owed to the wholesaler. Every time he would visit Hoshiarpur with some business purpose, I handed over some amount to be deposited to the Shahukar whom I owed money. On the contrary, he ditched me and never deposited money with the man who supplied me merchandise. The doomsday came for me when the wholesaler called on me personally and claimed the money I owed to him. How could I pay him the big amount? I had no other option than to yield to his claims. I sold all that I possessed, shop, fields, and even the house that was the last token of memory of my parents, who had bequeathed. Where to go with 4 children? How to survive amid hopelessness all around? Your aunt and uncle told, rather jeered at us, saying, "Why don't you stay with us here? We are paying money to our servants. We will pay you too." These cruel words, father continued, tore your mother's heart apart, and she started sobbing. I consoled her, saying that what is done cannot be undone. Have faith in God. He alone will help us. Somehow, I had a bullock cart, dumped whatever meager belongings, and 3 pairs of human beings. It was pitch dark outside. A lantern, hung to the yoke, kept dangling. You, the children, all unaware of what was going on and what made their father venture such an audacious evacuation. Your mother kept sobbing intermittently amidst suckling the youngest sibling, your sister, and asking me dejectedly what to do next for survival. The bells that hung around the oxen's neck jingled, making the ghoulish night more airy. The trees swayed as if daring us why we disturbed their nocturnal peace. The rivulet that flowed nearby gurgled so maliciously as if the whole glacier had melted in one go somewhere. An owl hooted at a distance, scaring us all. At one point the oxen halted all of a sudden, causing a big jerk. I shivered in my bed and clung to my father. Fear in my eyes, I groaned. Since the lights were off, he would occasionally touch my eyes just to confirm I had not slept. He moved his tender hand on my head and with a deep sigh continued. Hair stood on ends. We stared at each other in panic. The man driving the bullock cart shouted that it was a bat that had collided against one of the bulls, making it halt all of a sudden. Jackals howled at a distance, making the scene more horrendous. A batch of bats flapped nearby. The wheels of the bullock cart rattled as if big boulders had been moving along with us. I lit a berry, and another one was offered to the bullocky. He smoked on the berries in order to dispel evil spirits that might have been on their nightly sojourn. It is said that evil spirits don't come near fire. Nights seemed very long, tiresome, and torturous. Hunger clawed all of us. I had nothing to offer to the children and your mother so that you might quell your hunger. We hadn't even a drop of water either. Helplessness gnawed at me. We were heading for your mama's house. I worried if he would welcome all of us. What if he offered a cold response? The bullocky offered all of us grams that he had kept for the bulls. I accepted the offer as I could not bear my children breathing with hunger. Your mother, elder brother and I somehow ate those dry grams, but your younger sister and you were still hungry as both of you were too small to munch dry grams. The bulls kept dragging our burden. Dogs howled somehow, making the night more horrifying. It seemed to me morning would never dawn on us. Dry leaves rustled beneath bulls' hooves. Isolated clouds made bizarre shapes as if to scare us. They seemed to be hand in glove with the relatives who had cheated on us and the nature that was rather cruel on that night. I was listening to Father awestruck. His story seemed more as a ghost story that scared me much. It appeared Father was bent on pouring down everything he had in his mind. He wanted to release the trauma caused by the burden of those prickly memories. He kept on narrating as if indulged in a sort of soliloquy. You know, beta, he continued, at that time I was not worried about a roof above our head, your education and career. The only thing that disturbed me was how to feed all of you. Where will I get work? Who will offer me a job? Whose door should I knock at? I was ready to do even a menial job. The image of the shop with customers, a pair of ponies, a helping hand in the shop, and a happy family of 6 started floating before my eyes, making me uneasy. Every image pricked my conscience. I felt excruciating pain all over my body. Suddenly there was a loud cry piercing the darkness. It was your sister who clung to the breast of her mother, who it looked had dried of all milk. Hunger drained all strength out of the young lady, laid like a corpse. And your mother, lost in the thoughts, all petrified. She was so lost in thoughts that she didn't hear the cry of your sister. I could smell father's moist eyes. He too was sad and solemn. He could not realize that I felt like sleeping. He was not in the mood to halt anywhere, while reeling out his saga of agonizing life he left behind. There was a rooster's wake call nearby, heralding morning. There were isolated and faint sounds of chiming of temple bells, signaling a temple in the vicinity. Soon dogs started following the bullock cart, watching us in amazement. Some even tried to dare as if to challenge our action of intrusion in their village. They kept on howling and barking. This made all of you children wake up in a shock. The bullocky would slash his whip towards them that would make some of them whimper. Soon we were at the threshold of your mama's house. The noise of the hooves of the bulls and jingling bells hung to their necks, dragged them out of their house. They stood perplexed, not to make out what brought us there early in the morning with all our bags and baggages. Mama offered us dismounting the cart, while Mommy watched us with wrinkled brows as unwanted guests. However, she spoke nothing. Her expressions revealed our presence did not make her happy. I paid the bullocky and thanked him for his kindness. I was dead sure your mommy would not accommodate us. She fed us for a couple of days and then she would get angry at us for nothing. She would not feed us to the fill. One day your mother met your mama secretly in the fields, where she handed him a small bundle made of small piece of cloth and told him that she had that much only. He could sell the possession in the market so that she might get a piece of land on which she would erect a bamboo hut. Your mama took your mother to a small market where a jeweler sat on his thada seat in spotless white dress and his spectacles tied to a string hung on his chest. As soon as the bundle was untied before him, he curiously craned his neck and gave a flitting smile. He picked up the articles one by one, rubbed on a stone-like thing and stared at your mother mockingly. He spat out words like venom, point blank. This is rubbish. Who told you this is gold? 3 of the 6 articles are just having a gold polish. Lady, you are duped. Only 2 earrings and 1 ring is made of pure gold. Father, with a sigh, continued, your mother was drained of blood. She was about to faint when Mama, her brother, supported her and offered her a glass of water. Somehow, she reached a Jamindar's kotki, where Mama bargained with him for a piece of land. A bamboo hut was erected on that land. The rest was spared for growing some crops. But how could we survive that year? No crops were sowed on that land that year. Mother would go to the farmer's field and pick up wheat grains left in the fields after the crop was harvested. She would grind them on a grinding stone and would make rough chapatis for everyone. This was really very tough to get enough food for all. One day, I left early in the morning without having even a glass of water to find some work to do or to have a small shop. Throughout the day, in the scorching sun, I kept on wandering from pillar to post, but in vain. I reached home when it was almost dark outside. You were all sitting and without any food. You clung to my legs and cried, complaining that you went to Mommy's, who were then having food. She snubbed you, saying, Besharam, khana bhi chain se khane nahi dete. Dafe ho jao. Nonsense. You people don't let us eat peacefully. Get out of here. I could not bear your tears and hunger and decided to leave that place for some greener pastures. I had a relative who bought me far off in Shimla, where I started a tea stall. I bought you with me, and the rest of the members of the family were left behind. Do you know, you were the only 2.5 years old when you joined me. You were devoid of mother's love and care at a very tender age. It was here that this Keshu became my friend. The bitter story of my father was really a thunderbolt for me. The unfortunate things in the past had broken my father completely. Still, he was not afraid to work hard to sustain it. I know Keshu was a self-respecting man, a septuagenarian. He accepted tea and berries, but he helped my father in daily small tasks in the shop. He came to a shop in the evenings. He would peel potatoes and chop onions for the next day. He would intently listen to father's tales and struggle, and would reciprocate with the same stories of his. He always consoled his father. Once a customer ordered a cup of tea. Father, as usual, prepared extra cups of tea, one for Keshu and another one for himself. Holding 2 cups in both hands, he offered first one to Keshu and the other one to the customer. He didn't know what made the customer red in face. He was infuriated, so much so that he gave a third to father. He almost fell down along with the cup of tea. You stupid, don't you know that this friend of yours is untouchable? How dare you offer tea to Keshu before you offered it to me? He showered abuses upon father. If you ever repeated this action of yours, we would never come to your shop. Tension surrounded all of us that day. Poor Keshu bowed his head as if in guilt. I was too small to understand what untouchable meant. In fact, that part of our state was deeply infected with the syndrome of untouchability. Mere touch of the untouchable could pollute the people from upper caste and their eatables. At least people thought so. I could smell tears in Keshu's eyes. He still sat with bowed head, brooding. The biri that he had lit extinguished long before. It still stuck in his fingers. Keshu seemed drained of all strength. How can a man from upper caste behave inhumanly? I thought. The customer who misbehaved with father was much younger than my father. What about the self-respect of my father? Didn't he deserve respect? Wasn't Keshu a human being? Wasn't he like all of us? Hadn't he right to leave and sit among all others? These were the questions that disturbed me all night. I kept rolling in my bed that night and could not sleep. What will father do if Keshu stopped coming to our tea stall? Keshu was everyone to him. Father's relatives had duped him. They had stripped him of everything he possessed. It was but Keshu who helped father lighten all his burden of sorrows. The next day, before father started going to the tea stall, mother stopped him saying, "You should ask Keshu not to come to our shop. They say he is an untouchable. What if customers stop coming to our shop? How will we survive? Have you ever thought about the education of our children? We have 2 daughters. They are to be married off. Don't mess with people. Keshu is untouchable, mind it." Father was rather calm. It seemed that all his anger had vanished long ago. The circumstances had hardened him. He just said with moist eyes, "Who is untouchable?" The real untouchables were those who deprived me of my poverty. The real untouchable were those who kept deceiving me throughout my life. Shouldn't those who have gave you fake jewelry be called untouchable? Your brother who grabbed our piece of land for meager 20,000 rupees deserves curses. He is the real untouchable. Mere touch of him will pollute the humanity. Mother was speechless. Father was right. Mother tried to say something, but don't say anything. I won't ask Keshu not to come to our shop. He is a real human being and I believe in humanity. Mind it.